I'm in my coat. We have a change of scenery, but I am tired of cooking in my kitchen, and tonight we are making Philly cheesesteaks on the Blackstone. Welcome back to Planet in the South. To start off, I'm gonna get my meat marinating, get my meat prepped. So again, we got a big old yellow sticker. That means I got it on sale. So here I am using boneless chuck shoulder steak thin cut. And I got it on sale, all this meat for $6.60. Not a bad deal. The thin cut is really nice because then I don't have to worry about slicing it so thin, because clearly I can't even get the plastic off. My knife skills, not it. But I am going to slice it into strips a little bit better. So it is very, very thin already. So you can see it's very thin. And then I am just gonna slice it into thinner strips just for my New York strip. New York strip, I have no idea where that came from. I'm just going to slice it into thin little strips. So I've got a couple stacked on top of each other, and I am just gonna slice it. I'm gonna say probably about, probably about 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so now that I have my meat cut into these thin little strips here, I'm just gonna toss them all in a bowl. I have all of my meat in my little bowl here, and not a little bowl, actually the bowl's probably too big, whatever. And now I'm just gonna season it pretty simply. So I have some Dale steak seasoning here. This is really, really good. If you don't have a liquid seasoning like this, just use Worcestershire sauce, okay? I'm just using this because I have it already. I probably put in, let's say, 4 tablespoons or so. And now I'm just gonna add some Kinder's the blend. If you don't have Kinder's the blend, get your garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper. That's really all this is pretty much. But it's already in one and I like the flavor, so that's what I'm using. I'm just gonna give it a good little dusting. I do like my food to have some flavor. And then I'm just gonna take some tongs here and mix it all together. If I didn't have these cute Valentine's Day nails already, I would use them, but these are too cute to mess up, okay? I'm just going to give my meat a good toss in all the seasonings. I want to make sure that liquid seasoning is all the way through. If it's looking a little dry, just add some more, and make sure that I have plenty of Kinder's on every piece. That looks and smells really good. Now, I do have some time, so I'm gonna throw this in the refrigerator and just let it sit. Usually you want it to sit like at least an hour, but let's say you did this in the morning before work, or you did it at lunch if you had time, that's perfectly fine too. And you know what? If you don't have an hour to let it sit and season, that's okay. Don't let it stop you from cooking.
Let us take a moment to appreciate Rocco, who is back in action. You can see his legs still shaved, but it's growing back. And he is up and moving again.
After your meat's been marinating for a while, let's get the rest of your stuff ready for your Philly cheesesteaks. Just green onion. This is a green bell pepper. We're gonna have green bell pepper and just an onion. If you don't like it, don't add it, but these are good. On my onion, I'm just gonna slice it. If you wanna do half your onion, half it and slice it, that's perfectly fine, but I like a lot of onion, so I'm probably gonna use a good 3/4 of this onion. When you have as much onion as you'd like, go ahead and start. I'm just gonna do slices of my bell pepper, so little bell pepper strips, but you can also dice it if you don't want quite that much in one bite. How to cut up and dice or slice a bell pepper, there's about 15 different ways on the internet. You do it what's easiest for you, okay? I honestly probably do it different every single time, so I don't have a preference either. However it gets in my bowl, I'm happy. So I really wanted to make these Philly cheesesteaks, and I could not think of anything to make with them. No side was coming to mind whatsoever what I had. I look in the freezer, good old hash browns. I'm already on the Blackstone, might as well make some hash browns to go along with it. They'll be perfect. So my Blackstone is heated up, medium high heat or so, and I'm just gonna pour some of these out directly on it. I've got a little oil on it, and then I'll season them after that. Okay, so after this, salt and pepper. That's all I'm throwing on top of these things. Salt and pepper, just like they do at the Waffle House. After I've let my hash browns cook down a little bit brown around the edges, I am going to put my bowl of peppers and onions on the other side of the Blackstone. And I have it over medium heat because I want these to make sure they get really soft without getting too burnt. When my hash browns are almost finished and I have my peppers and onions nice and soft, I am going to put my beef on the Blackstone over medium heat. It is not going to take very long to cook at all, so left it till last. So like I said, the beef is not going to take very long to cook at all, so just kind of top it over and cook it to your liking. We are medium rare people at this house. So we are going to use low carb tortillas for these tonight instead of a big old hoagie roll. So throw that down on your Blackstone. Tried to find provolone cheese, Didn't have it at Walmart. Swiss cheese will do. Any white cheese will do. Or if you just have cheddar, it'll do. Then I'm going to throw on some peppers and onions. And now some of that good steak. And now you can do one or two things. You can put another couple of slices of cheese on top and add another tortilla to it. Or, I'm kind of light on tortillas. I am just going to flip it over just like a quesadilla. It's still a Philly cheesesteak. Just kind of looks like a quesadilla. It's going to be good regardless. Looks like a quesadilla. Tastes like a Philly cheesesteak. So, so good. Nice and crispy and crunchy on both sides. The Blackstone, best thing ever. You should get one if you don't have one. Here's our Philly cheesesteak. Looked and smelled so good. I already took a bite out of it. And did I mention we did this in under 30 minutes on a weeknight? Let's eat.